Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Introduction to 30 Days of GCP. I'm Apra Jain. I'm your Google Cloud Facilitator for the DSC AKGEC chapter. So I think we're going to begin now if nobody else has to join. Okay, now some of you might have already been acquainted with 30 Days of GCP if you attended it last year or the year before that. But for everybody who has not been a part of the program, you don't have to worry about anything. I'll just walk you through it step by step. And if you're wondering that you don't have much knowledge about cloud, so you don't have to worry because you don't need any prior knowledge of cloud to enroll for the program. This is a beginner's level course and you'll go through the program and learn with it. Okay? So I hope that you all know a little about what cloud is. But if you don't, I mean, let's see. A few years back, I used to think कि cloud, whenever I used to think of cloud, I only thought of storage. But I hope that you all know that cloud is much more than storage. I mean, cloud entails networking, it entails AI and ML, computing, and a lot more. You see, size of data is growing every day, and cloud enables to serve a large number of users. So the need of cloud is also growing every day. You see, as businesses expand or as new businesses are established, they need more resources and they need it in a very cost effective way. And cloud technology provides you both. If I mean, let's see, we have all these local shops, but when a local shop is hosted on cloud, it doesn't need to be local anymore. I mean, just recently, COVID की वजह से we could not physically go out and interact with shops or businesses. But with cloud, everything can be online, and that is where we can interact with it, and the business can grow. Okay, so cloud technology provides a wide variety of resources and it is very cost effective. In, I mean, statistically speaking, in the last 3 years, there has been about 33% more demand of cloud professionals. In fact, in the year between 2019 and 2020 itself, the demand for people who are professionals who are acquainted with Google Cloud has increased by 67%. And if you want to know the average salary of somebody who is skilled in Google Cloud, this is the average salary of a Google Cloud skilled person. Okay, now why should you be doing 30 days of Google Cloud? I mean, it's like a month long program, and month is a long time. So I'll just tell you why should you invest 30 days into the program. See, as you all know, Google Cloud is a very popular cloud service provider and it is like very widely used. I mean, and obviously, Google search, Gmail, YouTube, all are hosted on Google Cloud platform. And as you can see, as I already said, that cloud is not only about storage, it entails a lot of services, as you can see on your screen. Here is computing, networking, storage and database, and a lot more. It's a long list. And let's see, have you ever heard about Docker containers and Kubernetes? I think you might have because Google Cloud is actually very popular for Docker containers and Kubernetes. If you don't know what they are, I'll just give you a very short description. Docker containers are like virtual machines, but they don't virtualize the machine, they virtualize the operating system. And Kubernetes are used to deploy and manage these containerized applications. Also, let me tell you that Google Cloud provides API services. I'll just give you a small example. Suppose you're making an app and you need to deploy Google Maps, like, in a very high working functionality. So what you can do is you can go to Google Cloud Platform, you can go to API and services, and you can generate an API key for the Google Maps, and you can deploy it into your app. It is that easy and it is free. So why should you do GCP? Because you get to learn. You get to gain hands-on experience. You get to do labs. This is not like some video lecture series. You're actually practicing and you're learning, and this is how you learn in demand skills, and you can actually prove them. You'll get certificates and you'll get skill badges to actually show people that you have these. You can share your accomplishments on your profiles, on your resumes. And how can you prove that you have those skills? There is a challenge lab at the end of each quest, which we'll discuss about later in the presentation. And after completing that, you get your skill badges, which prove that you have actually taken part and you have learned something. Okay, now moving on, you get skill badges after each quest that you do during the 30 days of GCP. And you can use these skill badges on your LinkedIn profile. You can use these on your resumes. In fact, a third of HR professionals said that these skill badges, the digital badges, carry a weight in the hiring process as of 2020. A third of HR professionals. Okay. Now moving on, I'll tell you about the tracks that are this year in 30 days of GCP. If you're not new, if you did this program last year, you might already be aware of these tracks. But for anybody who is enrolling for the first time, you have two tracks: Cloud Engineering track and Data Science and ML track. In your Cloud Engineering track, you have 6 quests, and completing each of these quests get you a skill badge. The Cloud Engineering track is designed for you to explore and deploy solution elements so that you can understand the infrastructure components such as networks, system, and application services. And the second track, that is your Data Science and ML track, this is for learning and demonstration of proficiency in key data and ML topics. This, in turn, will prepare you for various roles in data marketing and businesses. This also has 6 quests, and each quest has a badge associated with it, as you can see. So you get like a lot of badges in one single quest. In one single track. Furthermore, you get rewards for participating and completing the tracks. You get an appreciation certificate from Google for completing each track for track 1 and track 2. And if you complete either track 1 or track 2, you don't have to do them in the given sequence. You can do track 2 first and then you can do track 1. If you complete either of these tracks within the given 30 days, you get a Google t-shirt and you get a sticker pack. And if you complete both the tracks in the given 30 days, you get a certificate from Google, you get a t-shirt, a sticker pack, a bag, and a bottle. So I hope that's exciting. Now I'll just walk you through the timeline of the program. Your registration opens from tomorrow, that is 21st of September. And technically they're supposed to be open till the 26th of September, but we have a little clause this time. We only have 50K registrations available. So the registration form will automatically close once it reaches the given 50,000 signups. So if you're late, you don't get to participate in the program, and you'll be missing out on a great opportunity. Next, the 30 days for your cloud campaign begin on the 27th of September, and they go throughout the 30 days to the 27th of October. Now, the key point here is if you enroll on the 21st of September, you'll be getting your credits right then. But any labs you do between the 21st to the 27th, or I mean before the 27th, do not count as a part of the 30 days GCP program. So I request you to please begin doing your labs on the 27th of September. The campaign actually begins on the 27th, and that is why your progress will only be tracked after the 27th. And you have to complete them by October 27th to be eligible for the rewards. I mean, you can actually, the credits expire after a little longer. So you can actually complete the labs later. But if you do that, you will not be eligible for the Schwags. So if you want the rewards, you have to complete it within 30 days. That is, you have to do all the labs between 27th of September to 27th of October. And once you are done with that, your Schwags will start getting delivered by the 27th of November. I mean, it can actually take a little longer. Sometimes it can take up to late December or mid January, but you just have to be patient. You'll always get yours. I got mine in, I think, mid December. So, yeah, just trust them. You'll get your Schwags. Okay, now this is a very important part, and I need you to be very careful. And if you can just note down the key points, because this is very important. Your registrations begin from tomorrow, that is your 21st of September, and go on till the 26th of September. But, and this is the most important part, the form closes after 50,000 entries are reached. So you have to be really quick. I mean, and I'd advise you, I'd request you, and I'd advise you to follow the GDSC, AKGEC social media handles so that you're updated. We'll post when the link is live and you can go and register yourself that day itself. Because let me tell you, this is a national level program and it is going to be closing very soon. So I really don't want any of you to miss the opportunity. You have to fill each detail carefully because these details will be going on your certificate and these will be the details used when you are getting your Schwags delivered. And now towards the very important point, because a lot of people face problems here. So please pay full attention to this. When you reach towards the end of your registration form, in the last page, you'll get a link for your Quick Labs tour. Okay? These labs are hosted on Quick Labs, and at the end of registration, you'll get a small tour lab so that you can understand how it works. I really request you to open that link in an incognito tab because otherwise people face a lot of issues. You can just copy the link and you can go and paste it in an incognito tab, log in, the Quick Labs profile will open, you have to log in, and then you can continue with your lab. As soon as you end your lab and you refresh the page, you'll see that you'll get your credits. And if you don't, you really don't have to worry. You can just contact me and we'll see where the problem is. Okay? Now, and a very important point, एक तो ये कि इनकॉग्निटो में ज़रूर करना बिकॉज अदरवाइज ज़्यादातर इश्यूज फेस होते ही हैं. इनकॉग्निटो पे करते टाइम बहुत कम लोगों को इश्यूज फेस होते हैं, तो दैट इज़ रियली एडवाइज्ड. एंड द सेकंड एंड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि आई थिंक द गिवन लैब वुड बी ऑफ 30 or 40 minutes. प्लीज़ डू नॉट एंड द लैब बिफोर 10 minutes. जब वो लैब करने बैठोगे तो you'll see कि you can actually finish the lab within 5 minutes. It's not a very difficult lab. It will just tell you where all the elements are and how it works. But it is very important and it's actually written in the form. When you're filling the form, it's actually mentioned there. But I'm just mentioning it here in case you overlook it somehow. that do not end the lab before 10 minutes. अगर 5 मिनट में भी कर लिया है, just leave the lab open for 5 more minutes, and after 10 minutes are completed, you can just go click on your end lab button, and you can refresh your page. You'll get your credits. Okay, now for anybody who has already done the 30 days of GCP program earlier, it is, you know that it's very easy. But for all the people who are participating in this for the first time, it can be a little confusing. I mean, I remember my first time and मुझे बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आया था कि क्या करना है. Although it was all written there, I could not understand कि क्या करना है. So this is just a very short lab demonstration, so it can help you get started. Okay. So this is a single lab screen. This is the screenshot from my profile. You see this, this is the name of your lab, creating a virtual machine. This is actually, I think, your second lab from track 1. You'll see it for yourself when you enroll. Okay. And here you can see the number of credits it will cost you, and you don't have to worry about that, because the amount of credits that you get, you can do a lab 20 times and not get, and your credits will not get exhausted. So you do not have to worry how much credits is costing you. But if you want to know, this is mentioned here, and this is the time for the lab. As you can see here too, here is your contents. This is a slide overview of the contents that the lab holds. This is your start lab button, and this is your timer. As soon as you click on your start lab button, the timer starts. Now personally I'll tell you, अगर एक lab says कि इसमें 40 minutes लगेंगे, तो it usually doesn't take the full 40 minutes, but I really advise you कि जब भी बैठना lab करने, तो please take a full 40 minutes and sit down, क्योंकि कभी कभी कुछ issue हो सकता है, or it can take some time, or it can be network related. So you'd want to take full 40 minutes and sit for the lab. Okay, now as soon as you click on the start lab button, this is how your screen will look. And as you can see, this was here and I've expanded it. Now I'll just tell you a little bit about the components on this page. This is a very important panel. As you can see, here the timer has begun. As soon as I clicked on the start lab button, it generated these credentials and the timer began. This is your username and your password. These are the credentials that you will be using for your demo lab or for your virtual lab. When you click on the Open Google Console, it will take you to a Google sign-in page, and you don't have to sign in using your personal account. You don't have to sign in using your college account. You don't have to sign in using the account that you use for your Quick Labs profile. You have to use this username and this password. If you enter the credentials correctly, this, if you can see, this is your GCP project ID. If you've entered your credentials correctly, you'll see it's getting reflected here. This is your Google Cloud Platform dashboard. This is your GCP project ID. This is the same as the previous one. And this is your checkpoint. It is used for checking your progress in the lab. As you go through the lab and you complete the instructions that are given in the lab, you'll see this gets updated at various checkpoints. I mean, see, you can see this lab has 2 checkpoints, and each of them are 50 marks each. So when you've reached the first checkpoint, it will check if you've completed all the tasks, if you followed the instructions carefully, and if you've done it all right, it will give you a full 50 on 50. And if you face any problem, you can just open this and click on check my progress if it's not updated yet, and you can see it will update itself. Goes the same for the second one. The key takeaway from here is you actually have to have 100 on 100 score for a lab to be counted as completed. If you want that this lab be considered complete, then you'll have to get 100 on 100 score. And if you do not get 100 on 100 score, you don't have to worry. You can take a lab more than one time. You have enough credits. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about you learning and you growing. You can take as much time as you want and you can do the lab again. I'm sure you'll learn from whatever mistakes you made in the previous one and you'll score better. Also, as soon as this timer exhausts, you the lab automatically closes and the credentials are no longer valid. So the progress will not be checked anymore. Okay, now moving on to the GCP dashboard. Here you can see some services that we talked about earlier. And this here is your navigation panel. You can see APIs and services, IAM and admin, compute engine, Kubernetes, and there are a lot more. It has a whole list. Here, this is used to activate your Cloud Shell terminal. When you click on it, your Cloud Shell terminal gets activated. This is where you'll be typing in all the commands. When you're going through a lab, when you're working a lab, you'll see that it actually requires you to pass commands, like input them. So this is where you do that, and you can input the instructions and wait for the operation to perform. And after you're done with your lab, you can just go and click on your end lab button. And after you've checked your progress, if this is 100 on 100, this will turn green. And then you can end your lab and it will count as completed. So this was pretty much it for the session. If you have any queries regarding the program or anything that was not clear to you, you can type it in the chat box or you can tell us and we'll give you the micro images. Yes, Akshat, you have, no, you actually have 6 quests in each track, and the number of labs in each quest depends. It's usually 6, but it can also be like 5 or 7. No, Prajakta, there isn't any WhatsApp group, but actually we do have a Discord channel, and we'll just put the link here for you all to join, and you can always ask your queries there, and you can get your updates there. What is the role of the facilitator? I actually am here to help you all go through the program smoothly. I'm here to guide you. If you face any problem during your labs, I'm here to communicate that back and I'll clear your doubts. Okay, I actually mentioned this during the start of the session. You do not need to have much knowledge of cloud or data science. This is a beginner level course, Parky. I did brief you a little about what cloud is. I hope that helped. And you can just go see some YouTube videos if you want, but you don't actually need them. As you'll enroll in the program and as you'll work through it, you'll learn a lot. You don't have to know anything before that. I didn't either. What are the commands? Will they teach us or we have to get? No, they'll tell you. Others see. I I'll tell you how this works. In each quest, I'll just take you back to the page. As you see, there are these quests. So when you go under a quest, okay, they have like 5 to 6 labs. So if it has 6 labs, there are 5 labs that will teach you about that particular topic. Like this is getting started, create and manage cloud resources. So it will teach you about various cloud resources and how to use them. There will be 5 labs that would actually provide you the instructions. It will actually instruct you step by step. You go click on the navigation panel slide and you'll see this, and then you can go from there to there. It will tell you everything in detail. It will actually give you the commands in written. You go and type this command in the terminal and you'll know. So you don't actually have to look for everything. And the best part is, at the end of those 5 labs, the sixth lab would be a challenge lab that will test you exactly on what you've been taught in the previous 5 labs. कुछ भी अलग से वो नहीं पूछेगा, एग्जैक्ट वही चीज़ें आएंगी जो ऑलरेडी आप 5 लैब में सीख चुके हो. तो you'll actually get to test what you've learned. And अगर कुछ भी नहीं आया या कुछ भी नहीं सीखा है, तो you can always go back and do that lab again. Okay? Okay, you did not get the purpose of the terminal. Actually, I could show you if you want. कि ऐसे होता है जब भी आप लैब में जाते हैं. I'll just open that up if you all want that. So you get commands like if you've ever worked with Unix or Linux. I mean, I think you're all aware of C, and I think first year में Linux में करवाते हैं वो. तो you remember कि command prompt में you had to type the commands and उसके according वो operations perform करता था. That is the work of the terminal here too. Like you have your terminal in your system, in your laptop. So that is the same term. That is the work of the terminal. You type commands and it will perform the operations. Yes, this session will be uploaded on YouTube, Ayush. Are the tracks same? Yes, actually the tracks are same as previous year. So if you still want to, like if you missed them or you still want to learn and you also want the swags, then I'll just give you this little advice that don't use the ID you used last year. Like I think you must be having 2 Gmail accounts at least, or you can create one and just enroll with a different ID this time. Because if you've done one track last year and you want to do it again, तो अगर आप पिछली वाली आईडी पे करोगे तो that will not count and you'll not get your swags. So if you want to do it again or if you want to do it for whatever reasons and get the swags, then you can just enroll with a different ID than you did last year and you'll be good to go. On site, I'm able to see many colleges, so is it advised to work only under one college? Prajakta, I am sorry, I don't actually understand your question. Currently, I'm doing a quick labs. Can I register with the same email ID? Yes, you can. If you're already not working on these tracks, you know of the tracks, and if you're not already working on these tracks, then you can use that very ID. But if you have worked on these tracks or you're already working on these tracks, it would be advisable to go and use a different ID so that you can get all your benefits and they can track your progress easily. Okay, is there WhatsApp group? No, there is no WhatsApp group, but we'll be putting a Discord link in the chat box. Can somebody please put the Discord link down here? And you all can join the Discord and you can always ask on Instagram. I hope you're all following the DSCAKGC Instagram page. If I'm not wrong, I'm learning Android from Google. They use English to first Others, I actually have not. If you're talking about what was an academy, no, I don't remember that. But I have actually not done that. I have not worked, so I'm not sure. But I'm guessing that it would be similar. Okay, with college, I'd be okay for registering. Ujjwal, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Will this help get into DSC AKGC? Okay. I don't, I'm not sure I can answer this question, but I think that this does not affect your recruitment. And in fact, I don't even know if, you'll be able to be, you'll be getting this over with before the recruitment, so I can't really comment on this. I saw many colleges conducting like this session. So if I'm from different college, I'm going. Okay, so you're asking that if you're not from this college and So can you register under the college name? And if that is your question, then yes. When you're registering, you just have to register yourself under Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, and you'll be good to go. What is the ultimate aim? Okay, see, Aman, I actually did tell you. I don't know if you joined late, so I'll just, if you want, I can tell you again. It's just ki cloud is always growing, and GCP is very widely used, and it is also growing. So there is always a demand of cloud professionals, and GCP encourages you to start learning cloud, to build your career in cloud. It is, you know, a beginner level platform for anybody to test if they're interested in cloud and if they want to further their career. And obviously, you get to learn GCP services, and you get to practice them, you get to implement them for free, and you get Google certification. Okay, is there any need of facilitator for registration? I it's There is no particular need from your end. I am like a moderator here, so I don't think there is any need. As you told, another register using college ID. I think you can. I'd say that you go give it a try, and if you face any problems, then you can tell me. Prajakta, the Insta handle for DSC AKGC can I'll just put the okay. So Dee has put the Instagram handle for the page. You can go follow there, and you get regular updates. Babe, you can always ask your doubts in the Discord channel. But if you still need it, the link for the registration, Akshat, will be live tomorrow. And as soon as it is live, we'll post it on our social media handles. And it will be in the posts, and it will be in the bio and everywhere. You can go and register there. Which track do I recommend to be done first? Actually, this really depends on what you're interested in. If you're interested in data science and ML, you can go do that first. Or if you're, I mean, I get that you might know what cloud engineering entails. So I can just tell you there are creation of VM instances, there are Kubernetes and Docker containers. There are a lot of, I'm sorry, there are all of these you can see. You can go see for yourself and you can decide, because this is a very personal choice and it largely depends on your interest. And if you can, I mean, it's not very difficult. If you can, you could go and try both the tracks. And you can actually do both simultaneously too. But एक एक करके करोगे तो ज़्यादा क्लियर रहेगा. Okay, so हमारी society, Abhishek, I don't know if you attended the info session we held for DSC AKGC, but I'd say कि हमारा club है. Yes, I'm from AKGC. I am third year IT. So if there are no more questions, I think we can end this. आपको ज्वाइन करना हो तो अभी रिक्रूटमेंट ड्राइव में पार्टिसिपेट कर लीजिएगा. लिंक फॉर व्हाट, अभिषेक? Oh, you don't. You have to go follow DSC AKGC social media handles for that. We aren't recruiting yet, so you'll have to wait and see when the recruitment is within. Okay, so I think we can end the meet. Uh, yes, Prajakta, they do ask the college name, and if your college does not have DSC AKGC, can I register with any college? I guess, but then, I mean, you can, but then अगर आपको कोई issue होता है, then you'll have to contact the facilitator of that college. So, and it actually depends ki if they are allowing people to register under their college name. Yes, you can register under AKGC. Okay, I think we'll be ending this in 2 minutes.